Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Shantia here. So today we are doing a deep dive for Jasmina and Michael from Married at First Sight. If you have not already, go ahead and check out my Heal, Feel, and Reveal series. I created it because I dedicate this channel to women and helping them to live in a way that feels the most natural, which means asking yourself those questions, doing a lot of self-inquiry to get clarity about what you want to do with your life, and then getting that excitement, that motivation, and feeling that energy towards going for it. So check out that series. It covers a lot of different areas of life. Organization. How do we, how can we eat better? How can we just feel better? How do we process our emotions? So go ahead and check out that series if you are looking and you're wanting to bring in more excitement, more clarity and vibrancy into your life. Let us go ahead and start with our deep dive into Jasmina and Michael. And the theme I chose for Jasmina and Michael is she's just not that into you. Because let's face it, it wasn't there from day one. There are moments of hope, but it was not there from day one. And to be honest, I was having this conversation with my dad. We both felt like, in a way, Jasmina and Alyssa were kind of on the same page in terms of they weren't interested, probably from the beginning. The difference is Jasmina was a lot nicer about it and a lot more maybe passive towards it, which, at least she tried. I just think energetically she had already decided that Michael was not it. So if you haven't already, check out my predictions video. I already talked about what my prediction was going to be, but you can also watch my entire review for episode 16. My prediction was that Jasmina and Mike are both going to say no, because I think Michael can just sense that it's not there. Jasmina, obviously not interested. So let's kind of dive into this idea of rejection and not interested. I think when it comes to Married at First Sight, it is very tricky because that initial reaction, the attraction and the vibe, it's like magic. Like when you first see someone and you have that connection, it's like, whoa, it's like so random and magical that in a way, Married at First Sight does kind of strip. It's like a 50-50. It's a coin toss. You just don't know if you're going to feel that way towards that person. When it comes to women, it's a lot easier for them to get past the physical attraction because what they require is more of an emotional connection. That's like the foundation of what makes the feminine more comfortable in a relationship, is how comfortable she feels around you. So if over time she gets to know you, then she'll let those walls down, right? And all women have walls up. Some women, they may seem like they don't have any walls at all, but all women have some walls, and those walls are an important, vital part. Bringing those walls down, lowering them, is just a part of the courting phase of understanding how trust works, because women are just naturally more vulnerable, not just physically, but emotionally as well. They're a lot more empathic. What is asked of them is to have and create that bond and trust with a partner before just letting them in. So I don't mind when the women are just like, at first they're like, okay, it's gonna take me time. Think about Jamie from first season, Jamie Otis from first season, and her husband Doug. Her walls were up. She was not into it. But over time, how do women fall in love? They fall in love through that trust, through being with their partner and feeling that emotional connection. So you do want to be thoughtful and aware of, if you're not feeling someone, or if it feels forced or something feels off, you don't want to give them your time and energy like that. You want to be very considerate, because women, we create emotional ties to people. We create emotional ties. They're invisible, and it's just like that. For the men, the attraction is important. It's part of like the mating process, and we can't change that. So I don't feel bad when a guy's like, nope, not interested, because it's just somewhere in his DNA, something is telling him this is just not the partner for him, and that's fine. He's hardwired for that. So yeah, so there was a lack of attraction. I just think, honestly, Jasmina probably should have been a lot more forthcoming about saying, okay, there's just something missing for me. But it's harder when you're on TV, because people are going to be very judgmental. They're going to be like, oh, you didn't even give him a chance. I mean, she didn't really. I mean, we'll talk about that more. But for her, she was just looking for something more. I think it was the attraction. I also think it was just like the chemistry as well, because I feel like she needed someone who was just a little bit, I don't know, more humorous, or just someone who's just a little bit more out there, or more something different. She was looking for a different flavor. And I really think that's what it is. And there's nothing wrong with wanting something different or wanting more of that in a partner. Another thing that clearly did not work between Jasmina and Michael was the lack of vulnerability. So both of them were essentially repelling each other because they were like the same energy. They were both very closed off because of their wounds and because of their past. And I don't blame them. My thing is, that's why it's so important to just be so self-aware of where you're at emotionally, if you're ready to be in that relationship. And sometimes dating will signal to you whether you're ready or not, because if you close off really quickly, that lets you know, okay, I'm not ready. If you feel yourself opening up, okay, maybe we can start building into this process. But the lack of vulnerability was just very obvious. Even Michael admitted to Jasmina during the honeymoon, not really interested in opening up to her. She was kind of closed off as well. Energetically, she was rejecting him, not really giving him any kind of signal or any kind of go, even though he was trying to put forth that effort. What that really is that's just two people needing to do more inner work, two people needing to figure themselves out. I mean, the question really here is, why choose to do Married at First Sight? Why choose to embark on this journey to get married so soon when you can use that time? I think sometimes we do over idealize marriage or even relationships. So many people idealize relationships. They idealize wanting to be with a partner because they think, okay, if I'm in a relationship, I can get that picture perfect ending. And to some degree, relationships, it's not like you come into a relationship fully healed, right? We're always doing our healing. To some degree, I think people see relationships as a band-aid, like a fix. I come from this wounded past, but hey, if I can get the marriage, perfect husband, kids, my life is good. It's very idyllic. The amount of emotional energy that's required to be in a relationship is a lot. And you really start to see that when you open up and you're like, oh my gosh, this is a lot. And you just have to have that willingness to move through that with someone. I just get the sense that even though maybe the chemistry and the attraction was missing between the two of them, there was something even more that needed to be taken care of. And I think that's the healing. You know, if you're so fearful and afraid of sharing about those wounds and hurts, perhaps you're not ready. You know, if you're more open to just being like, yeah, I've been hurt, things have failed in the past. If you're more open to that, it's going to be a lot more easy for that person to come into your life. And especially for Married at First Sight, you know, what I really liked about Noy is I feel like she's very open. Even though she has a hard time expressing herself, she says, this made me really sad. This made me, I feel like Jasmina, she holds back. She is afraid to like fully just allow herself to be sad and vulnerable in those moments where she can. I think Michael was definitely willing to try, and truly, from hearing his story, there's just so much trauma he has been through that I think that's something that requires a deep, deep process. A patient process. Healing is not something you rush, and I feel like the amount of trauma that he experienced from seeing people pass away and leave his life abruptly like that requires a lot of deep processing. And I say give that time. And I think that's why he goes through the logic so much. You know, that was another thing that kept popping up in their relationship is they're both overthinkers. They're both trying to analyze the relationship, especially him. And I've talked about this many times in my videos. Men get very logical when they can't feel their heart. Usually what they want in the relationship is they just want to feel their heart. They want to connect with someone. They want to be with someone. They want to be vulnerable with someone. That's what the woman is to him. She is that path to him being able to be vulnerable, open up his emotions, and get in touch with that feminine side unapologetically. If he gets really logical, it's one, it's like fear of vulnerability, but two, it's because she's rejecting him. You know, he's not feeling like his heart is safe with her enough for him to just feel into his emotions. He's trying to, right? He's like, I'm feeling some romantic feelings for you. He was doing too much math with it. Intuitively, he already knows. She's not into it. She's not there. She's not feeling it. Why not just go from there and decide, hey, this is not going to work for both of us. The other thing that really let me know that Jasmina was closed off and her walls were pretty high, pretty thick, is that she kept treating him like her son. Now, I think to some degree, when a woman can sense, when she can sense that she can dominate you, she will. Like, if she can sense that she can, if she senses that you're a little bit more passive or whatever, then I think she will. And I think Jasmina maybe has a natural dominant energy about her that might require a very masculine or a much more masculine partner for that for that to be leveled out. But I also think it was just her rejecting him. She's like, okay, don't try to be my husband, don't try to be Mr. Lover. You're kind of cute, you're nice, I like you over there. Friend zone. All right, friend zone the entire season. The connection was not there from the beginning, from the get-go. Were they both trying? Somewhat. They are both somewhat trying, putting in the effort. I hope that they both take something great from this, and it's not a feeling of, I've been rejected. This didn't work. This probably was not the right process for us to find love. Let's figure something else out and find something else that works for us. I think Jasmina, 2 to 3 years of her doing some more inner work and just enjoying her life, she'll be more ready to open up. I think Michael, he'll be a great partner for someone. He's very kind, he's very intelligent. I say 5 years. 5 years of him doing whatever he wants, stepping into his confidence. He's going to be ready for that partnership. Okay. So that is my deep dive for Jasmina and Michael. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Check out my Heal Feel Reveal series. Check out my website. Check out my Monday motivation videos. I will be back for another deep dive into the other couples. I think I'm going to do them all like today, but I'm going to upload it on different days. I hope you guys are enjoying this. Make sure you comment down below. Let me ask this. This is a platform where I like to give my opinion. This is for entertainment. So let's just keep that in mind, that this is real people that we are talking about, and take that into consideration when we comment down below in the comment section. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment to support the channel. And I also like to ask you this. How are you doing today? How are you feeling today? Let me know in the comment section. I hope you guys have a wonderful day or evening. Bye.